charge of density 2.1 microcoulomb per meter square is placed at z equals to 4 and line charge of density minus 1.5 microcoulomb per meter at x equals to 2, z equals to -1. Now find intensity, that is E, at origin. So now based on this situation, first we have to draw the surface charge and the line charge graphically. Then we have to write the equations for both, for the surface charge and the line charge. And after that, you just see what are the variables required in that equation to find the answer in a correct way. Since you know intensity is a vector quantity, and if you want to find intensity at origin, then definitely it is a vector sum of intensities due to the surface charge and the line charge. So first we have to find intensity due to surface charge and line charge separately. Then after that, we just add vectorly so that we can find the resultant intensity at origin. So based on this, now come to the graphical presentation of this situation. So now I'm just going to draw the three axes. So obviously listen carefully, because whenever you want to attempt such questions, you must be clear in all respect, and it is only possible if you listen the content very carefully. So these are the three axes which is required for the derivation. This is the z and this is the minus z. This is the y and this one is the plus x. Okay. Now the surface charge is placed at z equals to 4. Means this surface is basically parallel to the xy plane at the height of 4 centimeter. Okay. If every dimension is taken as a centimeter, no, you just take as a meter, because if you take as a centimeter, and definitely you have to transform into a meter, because every units must be MKS whenever you solve any particular equation. Okay, and you know that charge density is given in this question is microcoulomb per meter, and here microcoulomb per meter square. It means the length is taken as a meter, not a centimeter. You just consider that all the length are in meters. So you just say here height of 4 meter at which the surface is placed, and that surface is definitely parallel to xy plane. So now with this situation, I would just like to draw the surface charge. Okay, so this is the surface charge placed at the height of z equals to 4, and the density of this charge is what? Rho s is equals to 2.1 microcoulomb per meter square. Since rho s is positive, means surface charge density is positive, it means the entire surface is containing a positive charge. Okay, so you just mark few positive symbols so that it indicate that the surface is a positive charge. Okay, so this is what the placement of the surface charge. Now come to the line charge. Okay, line charge, if you want to locate the line charge, then definitely you require two dimensions. One here, that two dimensions are what? X equals to 2 and Z equals to -4. It means this line is parallel to y-axis. Then it is possible, okay, because X is constant and Z is constant. It means this line charge is parallel to y-axis, isn't it? So here I just want to mark x equals to 2 means this is 1, this is 2 here, okay, and z is equals to -1. So you just okay. So this is the point where x is 2 and z is -1. This point where x is 2 and z is equals to -1. And definitely this line charge is parallel to y-axis. So now I'm going to draw one line charge. So this is the line charge, okay, which is passing through this point x equals to 2 and z equals to -1. And if you see this line charge, then you can see every point on this line charge is having the same value of x and the same value of z. And that x and z is clear. What is x and what is z? Z is equals to 2 and x is equals to 2 and z is equals to -1. Okay, so this is the correct placement of line charge, and the density is also given. So density of this line charge is how much? Rho L is equals to minus 1.5 microcoulomb per meter. Okay, and here density is negative. Okay, density is negative means this entire line charge is containing the negative charge. Okay, this line charge is basically having the negative nature charge. Correct. So now graphically, I have drawn both the charges, surface charge and the line charge. Now look at the position where we would like to find intensity. So this is the position, this is the origin. Okay. Now at this point, we have to find intensity due to the surface charge first. Then after that, we have to find intensity at the same point, at the point origin, due to the line charge. Okay, so do this exercise one by one. So now I'm just first going to write the equation of intensity due to surface charge. Okay, okay, at origin, we just want to find origin due to surface charge. Okay, is equal to what is the equation? So rho s upon 2 epsilon. Okay, here we have to take epsilon naught. Right? Why? Because this entire setup is made in the air. Okay, or we can say free space, and that is why in that case permittivity is equals to epsilon naught. Okay, and direction is of course an, that is a normal to the surface. Okay, so now you just follow this equation, put all the required variables in that equation, you will get the numerical value of intensity at origin. Okay. So now focus on the required variables. So if you see this equation carefully, then you can see 2 is a constant, epsilon naught is constant. So there's no problem in this value. Now you just require to put the value of rho s and also require the value of an, direction of that intensity which is normal to the surface. Okay, whether it is towards the surface or away from surface. Okay, that you want to decide. Okay, and this is of course decide on the basis of the polarity of the charge. Okay, so I will discuss one by one. Okay, first we have to put the value of rho s here. So now I'm going to take a next new step. Rho s is already given, that is equals to 2.1 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb per meter square. Okay, then upon 2 into 8.86 into 10 to the power minus 12. This is the value of epsilon naught. Now come to the direction of an. Okay, how will I find the direction of an? So perpendicular to the surface, and you know point is here. Okay, point is here. So perpendicular to the surface is the what direction? Is the direction towards the z-axis. Okay, so along the z-axis we can take two. Yeah, we can see two directions are there along the z-axis. One is towards the positive z-axis and another is towards the negative z-axis. So between these two directions, we have to select any one. So how will I decide any one direction between these two? So answer is what? See, the surface is containing the positive charge. Okay. So intensity is always away from the surface since it contains the positive charge. Okay. Okay. So away from the surface means it is towards the minus z direction. Correct? This is the correct answer. So here I will write right direction, that is equals to minus az. Correct? Okay. Now suppose the surface contain negative charge, then what will be the direction of intensity at this point origin? Then you can see if it is a negative charge, okay, then direction is toward the surface. If you take the direction towards the surface at this origin, then definitely this direction is nothing but az. Okay, so I think you now clear which direction is required to take whenever you are going to apply a equation. Correct? Clear? So now come back to the actual question, that is in which the surface charge is a positive nature and point is at origin. Okay, so this is the equation. Now you simply find this expression mathematically and you will get answer. Correct? But I am not interested to solve this equation because I think you are enough mature to find this answer. Okay, that is what intensity due to the infinite surface charge. So first answer in your hand, that is what intensity due to rho s at what point? At origin. So this is the answer number one. And of course, this answer of intensity is in vector form. Okay. Now, similarly, we have to find intensity due to the line charge. I hope you all are cleared at this moment. Okay. So now coming to the next answer. Now I just want to write intensity due to line charge again at the same point, that is at origin. Okay. So how will I write? First, we have to write the expression. Okay. What is the expression? Expression is rho L upon 2 pi epsilon naught rho a rho. So this is the expression for intensity at origin due to line charge, isn't it? Okay, now you just require to put all the variables in this equation. So what are the variables are there? Now see, rho L is here, rho is here, and arrow is here. The rest three are constant, that is 2 is constant, pi is constant, and epsilon naught is constant. Okay, so now put the values. No, don't put values right now. You know the value of rho L, which is given here, that is minus 1.5 microcoulomb per meter. Okay, but you don't know the value of rho and arrow. And since already I have told you earlier that rho and arrow both are the two values, two quantities of the same vector. That is which vector? Rho vector. And what is rho vector? The vector which is nothing but the vector along the radial line. Okay. So now first you have to identify the radial line. Where is the radial line? Correct? So how will I find this answer? Now see, there's a point. Okay. Okay, do one thing. I want to take the trick to find the radial vector corresponding to line charge. Whenever you encounter such problem, that is what intensity due to the in line charge, then always you have to use the trick. Which trick? Trick is to draw one diagram in which line charges look like a point. Okay, so how is it possible? Yes, of course, it is possible. If I draw the view which is from left side, or we can say even I can draw from the right side. If you draw like this, then you will see that the line is look like a point. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw another diagram. Okay, so this is basically, okay, and here we can show this is the 1 and 2. This is positive x-axis and this is negative z-axis. Okay, and this is the point -1. This is -1 and this is 2. Okay, now you can see if I see this diagram from left side, then definitely you can see positive x-axis and you can see negative z-axis also. Even positive z-axis is also visible to you, but y-axis cannot be visible to you. Okay, so you always clear whenever you are going to draw in view, and that is why I already told you many times that uh, knowledge of engineering graphics is very much important here. Okay, it is, we can say it is the prerequisite of this subject. Okay, so now with this view, now come to the diagram. Okay, now here you can see, okay, yeah, this is of course the point, which is the point of x equals to 2 and z equals to -1. And here you can see this is the line charge, but here line charge is not visible along the length. You cannot see the length of the line charge. You can see the line as a point. Okay, so this already concept you have studied in the graphics. I think there's no any doubt regarding this. Okay, so this is the line charge. This is the line charge, and this is the point where we would like to find intensity. So just focus on the trick, how to deal the numerical of line charge to find intensity. anywhere. Okay, so whenever you encounter such problem, you will see, you just focus on these two values, row and arrow, because the rest every other variable and constant is known to you. Okay, so how will I focus on these two variables, row and arrow? And for that you required one vector, that is what, vector along the radial line. So here now you can see, okay, line charge and the point, you just join the line, you just make a line, okay, between the point uh, where we would like to intensity and the point where the line charge is placed. Okay, so this is the line which I have drawn here. Okay, this is the line. Okay, then now second, what is the direction of this vector? So now see, this line can have either of the direction. It may be towards this one or even towards this one. Okay, but both direction is not correct. Any one direction is correct out among between the two directions. Okay, so how will I decide which direction is correct? So answer is, you just see the polarity of the line charge. If it is positive, if it is positive, then you take this arrow, that is what, away from the line charge. Okay, if the charge polarity is negative, it means intensity direction is towards that line charge. So in that case, this direction will be taken. Correct? So there are two directions. One direction is away from the line charge, second direction which is towards the line charge. And these two directions depends on the polarity of the line charge. Okay. If a positive charge is there, then you take away from the line charge. If the negative charge is there, then you have to take the arrow towards the line charge. Okay. So this is the approach through which you can take the correct direction. So here I think everyone will agree with this arrow, because line charge is having the negative value, that is minus 1.5 microcoulomb per meter. I think you can see in the previous slide. Okay, come. So now you just write the vector. So how will I write the vector? So you know this point is having x is equals to 2 and z is equals to minus y. Correct? And if you see this point, so this point contained 0 value of x and 0 value of z as well. So you, and I think y is not matter in this line, because this line, this vector is basically parallel to which plane? X Z plane. So there's no any component of y will be present, isn't it? So y cannot be considered in this case, correct? That is why this view is important. I'm just, whatever I'm just explaining, you just note down the concept carefully. Correct? Okay. Now, how will I write the vectors? You know very well. If you know the coordinates of 2 points, and these 2 points are given in a Cartesian, then we can write R. If I write this point, say, as a small a and this point as a small b. So I can write RAB is equals to the point position of B minus point position of A. So how will I write? So see this, 2 minus 0 ax. This is the coefficient of ax. So simply what I did, basically the coordinates value of point B minus coordinate value of point A for x is taken here. Okay. Then plus. Now come to the z, because there's no any component along the y-axis. So for z, I will write minus 1 minus 0. So coordinates value of z at point B minus coordinate value of z at point A, and direction is AZ. Okay, there's no any y component. So this is the equation of vector RAP. So what is the final answer? 2ax minus ez. This is the vector. Now, this answer is important because this answer will help you to find the value of rho and as well as a rho. So what is rho? The rho is nothing but the length between A and B. Okay. So first is what? Rho. Rho is nothing but magnitude of RAB vector, and this is nothing but equals to how much? 2 square, that is 4, plus 1 square, that is 1. That is equals to root 5. Okay, I think there's no any problem. You can see coefficient of x is 2, so 2 square 4, coefficient of z is what? Minus 1, minus 1 square is what? 1, so root of 5, correct? And now what about the arrow? So arrow, there's a common universal method to find the arrow, a universal method to find the unit vector, not arrow. Even any unit vectors can be found in the in this manner, in which I am just going to find the answer. And it is a universal method. What is a universal method? You simply divide that vector with the magnitude, then definitely you will get the direction of that vector. Okay. So using this technique, I am writing the answer. That is what? Vector is what? 2ax minus az. And you simply divide this vector by the magnitude of this vector. This is the answer. This is the answer of A row. Okay. So now at this stage, you have at your end a value of rho and as well as A row. So use these values, find the answer. Okay. So now equation is this, correct? So use this equation and write the answer. So now answer is what? Answer is E due to rho L at origin is equal to, equation is what? Rho L, and rho L is how much? Rho L as it is given as minus 1.5 microcoulomb. So you cannot write rho L equals to minus 1.5. You simply write its magnitude only, 1.5 microcoulomb per meter, isn't it? Why sign is not written? Because sign is incorporated in this direction. Okay, sign will only contribute to find the direction. Okay, so whenever you are going to apply the equation, you simply put the magnitude of rho L. Don't put the sign. Okay, if you put the sign, then definitely the answer will be wrong. Because if you put the sign minus, then definitely this arrow will change its direction by 180 degree. Correct? Okay, so now this rho L is substituted here. Now come to the next value, that is what? Upon 2. Pi is how much? 3.14. Epsilon naught is how much? 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. Okay, and rho. What is rho? That is equal to root of 5. Now put this value. And next is what? Direction, arrow. So direction is what? Direction is 2ax minus az upon root 5. Okay. Yes. So this is the now expression for intensity due to line charge at origin in vector form. Correct? So you just require to solve this expression. Okay. Once you find the expression of expression number 4 and the expression number 2. Now you can see expression number 2, okay, and expression number 4. If you find these two answers, you will get the answer in numerical form. And finally, you just write the total intensity. So total intensity at the point origin is equals to nothing but intensity due to surface charge at origin Okay, plus intensity due to line charge in vector form at origin. Okay, yes, put these two answers and you will get the answer. So that answer is the final answer. And of course, the unit of intensity is you have either of the option. Either we can write like a volt per meter, or we can write Newton per coulombs. Okay, correct. So this is the complete solution of the numerical. I hope